Mahou.Club. This is Pixie. It is Jill and the gals. We are so excited to talk about Precure. I get asked actually a really startling amount about Precure if I'm gonna ever make new Precure content. People constantly are asking me like every year that goes by if I'm watching the current season, and I feel like it's such a niche that maybe I kind of moved away from making content about it a little bit. But something about this 20th anniversary and Hirogaru Sky has just absolutely reinvigorated my love for Precure. So Precure has always been one of my absolute #1 interests for like over 10 years, 15 years now. But it took a little bit of a backseat over the pandemic, and really just this year I am back in my full Precure power. And so much has been happening. Like, what is going on? I think that's what I'm gonna title this video, is just what is going on with Precure. They are doing unprecedented stuff. They are breaking molds. They are announcing things that I don't think any of us would have ever dreamed in our lives. So I hope you're comfy and you're cozy and excited to chat about all of the crazy exciting stuff that's been going on this year with Precure. Before we jump into the fun stuff, I do want to take a moment to talk about something serious. There has been a situation with a really big Precure Discord called Precure. I'm going to link Sarah Guardian Hope's video. She goes through this entire document that details all of the issues with this Discord server, and while I don't use Discord and I'm not affiliated with the server in any way, I think I'm technically on it, but I've never actually used Discord. So even though I don't use Discord and I'm not affiliated with Precure in any way, I know a lot of you guys have gotten into Precure through me. So if you're not on Twitter or if you're not in the Precure community otherwise, but you found it through me, I just want to give you guys this warning. So yeah, if you are in this server, please be aware of the issues. I don't want to tell you directly to leave, but it just might not be the safest place. I'm not going to go into the details in this video, but it's very serious. It's very serious, really unfortunate stuff. So I just want to make sure that everyone's aware and protecting themselves, because the absolute last thing I would ever want is for someone to get into Precure through me and then join some Discord and end up getting hurt because of mods not, you know, protecting people in their server. So with that icky little piece of sadness out of the way, let's talk about Precure. Let's talk about Precure, because that's all I ever want to do. So first things first, I guess, it is the 20th anniversary of Precure. I know I mentioned that already, but basically, Toei has been going really hard with the marketing and the special events this year for the 20th anniversary. I have a little list here of some of the most exciting things that have happened. There was a beautiful expo / like museum pop-up that they had, where there were little displays of items and images and costumes from each season. And then there was also a big beautiful wall of, I think it was the shikishi art. That's one of those words that you only ever read it on the internet and you've never said out loud. And then a bunch of the voice actresses for all of the cures were traveling to the expo to autograph on the board with their characters. So that was just so sweet and so special. Beautiful. What a wonderful ode to Precure. There was also a humongous animated billboard that made me cry the first time I saw it. They must have bought like 30 maybe? I don't know how big each section is, but this absolutely ginormous animated screen billboard that had all of the cures and the 20th anniversary logo. There's a video on YouTube that shows the whole thing. Again, if I saw this in person, I think I would fall to my knees and start crying. There's also a Precure parade coming this year. That is coming in the fall. Again, obviously in Japan. I acted like it was gonna like come down my neighborhood. I can't wait to hopefully see this. I hope there's some sort of recording or photos. I bet they'll do some sort of official recording and post it on the YouTube channel. Why wouldn't they do that, you know? And they recently announced actually that there's going to be all 80 cures. So let's touch on that. 80 cures? A boo? I have lip gloss on so I can't, but pretend I'm doing the boo, you know? I don't know if people will know what that means, but I do that all the time when something's just, you know, goofy beyond words. As of recording, we have 77 Precure characters, not counting movie cures. Counting the movie cures, we have Cure Echo, and I'm gonna get to this later in the video, but there is a new movie cure coming up in the new Precure All-Stars movie named Cure Supreme. So with those two, we get to 79, but who is the last cure? I have a feeling it might be a certain character that might be coming up soon in the current season. But that was just a juicy little tidbit. They're really throwing us the line. They keep throwing us the line. Wait till we get later on down. This is just tiptoeing in the baby pool. They're f***ing with us. There's also some beautiful books coming out for collectors. I don't have any of the Precure books. I think there's one fancy one. I might not be up to date with that knowledge. But yeah, these are also really exciting because they usually come out with some pages that have the color categorization, which is always a juicy topic of debate and discussion in the community. You guys should check out Dora Imani did an amazingly fun video about the Precure color categorization, like war, the color debate. I love this video. I love a video where you get to like yell at your screen and be like, yeah, that's what I said, I know! Her reviews of the music also make me feel like that. It's impossible to mention all of the fun 20th anniversary stuff, but I just wanted to get those things out of the way. So you know what the vibes are this year? The vibes are shit's happening and we're partying and it's Precure time are the vibes this year. So what even is the season this year? The season this year is Hirogaru Sky Precure. If you've been watching my videos on this channel, you know I've talked about this already a couple times because I cosplayed Cure Sky. But yeah, this is the current airing season of Precure. Hirogaru Sky, well, first of all, just being a really, really solid, really greatly written, beautiful, compelling, gripping season. Like, it's so good. Like, a lot of big Precure, like, YouTubers and stuff, literally, like, Leo, I think, said, I think this is in my top 3, and I also was like, this is, like, we're only halfway through, and I also think it's probably gonna be in my top, like, maybe 5. But yeah, aside from it just being really, really, really good, they are breaking some boundaries. They are creeping out of the mold they have built of the pink leader with a yellow neurodivergent and a blue one who's on the student council and or plays guitar. That's just Cure Gelato. For the first time ever, the lead Precure is blue. The lead Precure is almost always pink. Again, if you're a Precure fan, you're watching this, you know that. Of course, there's Cure Black and Cure Summer, but Cure Sky is like blue, 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 blue. And there is a pink Cure, and she's like Little Miss Third. But that's not even tea compared to the other shit they're doing. First boy Precure? First boy Precure? There's a boy Precure. This shook the world. They've been kind of tiptoeing and I think feeling out the waters for this move for the past couple years, with Cure Anthony being like a one-time appearance male Cure and Rosemary being just like a cute and colorful kind of feminine main character. Love Rosemary. I just finished Delicious Party. Delicious Party is fine, but Rosemary. Cure Wing is our orange Cure, who is also a boy that turns into a bird that turns into a boy. Oh, and both Cure Sky and Cure Wing aren't from Earth, they're from Skyland. I think most folks in the community were really, really hyped to see Cure Wing. I did see a few tweets here and there saying like, okay, the point of Precure is that it's girl power and it's that girls can be superheroes too and girls can be strong, so why is a boy here? And I don't know, I think it's been 20 years and he's precious and sweet and soft, and I think it is also really good to encourage boys to like whatever they like and say that like boys can be into Precure too and they can have like feminine interests. I love Cure Wing. I think he's absolutely a sweetie pie. And that's not all. There's also Cure Butterfly, who's the first adult Cure. Cure Butterfly, or Ageha, is 18. We have some other Cures that like age up when they transform, like Cure Ace, who else? Cure Earth. But Ageha is the first one who like has a driver's license and like a job. She is cool. Not the first one with a job, but like she's like building a career, little miss. So yeah, Hirogaru Sky is crazy. It's amazing. They're breaking the mold. Oh, let's move on. This is where they start f***ing with us. This is where they start like dangling the carrot in front of the horse. We're getting a new All-Stars movie. I mentioned this earlier. Precure All-Stars F is what it's called. I believe it was like the official Precure movie Twitter account tweeted out being like, what do you think the F stands for? I was thinking it was probably forever. Other guesses were friend. Some people did think final, which again got all of us very worried because like, what do you mean final? And then they dropped a trailer. The trailer's got some lovely clips from the movie that are exciting and moving and sweet. And then interspersed throughout these clips, they have different words that start with F. Friend, forever, fight, other ones. And then at the end, these motherfuckers go final ... question mark? I literally screamed at my TV. I was like, what? What do you mean final? What do you mean? What do you mean? I hope you don't, what do you mean? Why would they do that to us? Why would they do that to us? So I literally had to like concoct a lie to tell myself to soothe my soul. So I am absolutely hoping and praying with everything in me that this is like a reference to the plot, and maybe in the plot there's something that threatens the existence of Precure, and they're like, will Precure be forever ... and there's villains that are trying to like extinct the Precure. That's not a verb. And maybe that's why they're like, is it gonna be final? No, because they're gonna save the day because it's Precure. I just can't, I literally can't even think about Precure ending. I'll just have to start rewatching them for the rest of my life, which we're already doing. Oh, in my notes, I also have that this is the first All-Stars movie since the 15th anniversary. So that's kind of cool. Maybe we're gonna get All-Stars movies every 5 years. I think that would be lovely. I love that idea. But yeah, get out of here with that final ... question mark shit. Absolutely f*** off. Don't do that to me. I'm gonna flip out. Before I move on from the movie, I also want to touch on Cure Supreme. She looks really cool. And also, yeah, why is she emo? Why is she so sad looking? Her civilian name, I think, is Prima or like Primu, which means first. So I'm like, are they gonna like Battlestar Galactica this and have her like the first Precure that like birthed all the other Precure? That's not how that works. But yeah, another movie exclusive Cure, only the second one in the entire franchise. So that'll be really exciting. I do have like a slightly unreasonable hatred for Cure Echo. I just feel like she's so like meant to be projected on by the viewer. Like she's meant to just be so that like any little girl watching can be like, that's me, I get to become a Precure. But like, I want to become a Precure and that should have been me and I'm jealous. Now we're getting to the point of the video where I'm gonna talk about things that I never would have seen coming in a million years. The last two things, merch, a series, a movie, par for the course. They are doing wild shit. We are getting sequel seasons to existing Precure seasons set in the future featuring the girls as adults. I instantly cried when I heard this news. I'm 25. I've been watching this since I was, I think, 14. This is exactly what I need right now in my life. I'm ready for this to heal me entirely, and I'm going to lose my mind. This new project is called Otona Precure. Otona meaning adult, like adult woman. And there are 2 planned so far. The seasons they picked are really interesting choices. The first one we're getting is based off of Yes Precure 5 Go Go. So we're focusing on Nozomi, and that series is coming out this fall. It's airing on Saturdays, and it's airing on a different channel than Precure airs on, and it's only gonna be 12 episodes, I think. And yeah, it's definitely like marketed towards adults. The second Otona Precure anime that we're getting is coming out next year, and it is a sequel to Mahou Precure. Words can't express how excited I am for this. Again, I'm ready for this to heal me entirely. I'm ready to undiagnose myself of all of my issues when I watch the f***ing adult Precure. If they give me sweet morals on how to navigate life as an adult, sweetly and nostalgically remembering to like treasure the magic within, I'm gonna flip my goddamn lid. That is probably the thing I'm the most excited for. I'm a little bit nervous that it's gonna go like the Searching for Ojamajo Doremi route. That movie was nice, but I don't know. I gotta admit, I was a little bit disappointed by the Looking for Doremi movie. So I really hope that they still keep like the magic alive and they don't make it too like adults like muted colors and khakis and like I still like a little bit of color. I know not every like 25-year-old woman in Japan that they're probably trying to market the nostalgia to, they don't like always look like this, but some of them do! I don't know, I just feel like the babes that are still into Precure as adults, they like a little bit of color. Can you imagine if we got like end song dances and they're like in an office cubicle? I can't wait. I want them to face like adult problems. I want them to what are adult problems? I want her to get a parking ticket. I want her to get evicted. I don't know. I'm so excited. The last thing on this list, it's in chronological order from when things were announced. The last thing is also like, never would have imagined this coming out in a million years. If you were shocked by Cure Wing, buckle up. Because the boys are here. The boys are in town. Dancing Star Precure. A whole team of boys has been announced. Now this is for a stage show that features dance and like choreographed battle scenes. It's not in the Kigu masks. These are boys in costumes with pretty faces. And I think the funniest thing about this whole thing is that preschool age children are not allowed to attend. Like, this is purely for the mamas. This is also starting in fall of this year. So in fall of this year, we're getting the movie, The Parade, Otona, and this is starting. The characters are Cure Top, Cure Lock, Cure Soul, Cure Kagura, Cure Break, and there's a mascot named Pas de Deux, but there's also like a boy in costume for it. It's not like a little fairy. I will say this was met with a little bit more like discourse on Precure Twitter than Cure Wing. I get it. I get the people that are like, can the girlies have one thing? Can we have one thing to be like girl power without being like, okay, here it is with boys? But I don't know, again, I think it's been 20 years and I think it is just as good to be like, look at these boy magical girls. Boys can be magical girls too. And they're gonna dance? They're gonna dance and no preschoolers allowed is crazy. I think it's so funny. I hope maybe little videos show up online. I'm not sure if the recording rules are gonna be more strict because it's like a stage show and not like the Kigu shows they do in the parks. I'm not sure if there's a difference there, but like either way, I'm glad this exists. Why not? You know? Throw it on there. A whole team of dancing cutie boys? Cure Top? Also, I've become so like desensitized to the name. God, I've been yelling for a while, huh? I've become so desensitized that I forgot his name is Cure Top. Girl. Aren't we lucky as Precure fans? Aren't we just absolutely spoiled this year? I don't think it's final. I don't think it's the end of Precure. They're doing so well. I guess we'll know. I'll be sweating bullets until like trademark season comes and goes and we get the new trademark. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I know I've been recording for a while, so this video might be a little bit long. So if you have made it to the end of this, you are either an epic Confetti Club member or a major Precure head. And either one of those, I love you for. I love you guys so much, and we will see you in the next video, which is not this one, because this one's over. Bye!